Of course it.
Hey there, I'm Sidharth. I'm here to introduce you to material design. Material design is a design language that Google developed in 2014, expanding on the card motifs that debuted in Google Now. Material design uses more grid-based layouts, responsive animations and transitions, padding and depth effects such as lighting and shadows. Here goes their tagline: build beautiful products faster. As I've said, Material is a design system and it's backed by open source code that help teams build high quality digital experiences. Initially, it was launched in 2014 by Google Design, and now we've got an updated version in 2018. Material.io is the official site of Material Design. We can see that. This is the site, material.io, and it contains all information you need to know about material design, how to get started, the documentation, and you can use material design for app development as well as for web development. One thing you need to know about material design is its design principles. It's based on three principles. First one is that material is the metaphor. That is, it's inspired by the physical world, its textures, including how they reflect light and cast their shadows, and material surfaces reimagine the mediums of paper and ink, which means that we can easily replicate them on a paper with ink. The second principle is material design is bold, graphic, and intentional. It is guided by print design methods, typography, grids, space, scale, color, and imagery, and it uses it to create hierarchy, meaning, and focus that immerse viewers in the experience. The third principle is that in material design, motion provides meaning. It focuses attention and maintains continuity through subtle feedback and coherent transitions. Elements transform and reorganize the environment with interactions generating new transformations. You might have seen that in certain apps that uses material design, either when you click or drag something, the components move and rearrange themselves, and we are able to focus on what demands our attention. And this is based on the third principle. Alright, why do we need it? If you ask that, it's mainly because of the rich and ready-made components it offers. And these interactive building blocks, like Lego blocks for example, they enable you to create your own UI and hence providing much flexibility and consistency throughout your UI. And the great thing about this is that they are available as open source code for Android, iOS, the web, and Flutter. Now, let's explore what all components material design offers to us. Here are the components: app bars, top and bottom, backdrop, banners, bottom navigation, buttons, floating action buttons, cards, chips, data tables, date pickers, dialogues, dividers, image lists and normal lists, menus and navigation drawer, navigation rail, progress indicators, selection control checkboxes and radio buttons, etc. and etc. There are plenty of components material design offers to us. Now we can see material design in action. Cool, right? So, Google uses material design for its apps as well as web apps. This is the Play Store, and you can see the navigation drawer component in the Play Store. And you can see that across all Google apps, like the movies and TV app also shown here. And one thing you may notice is that how consistent material design is. Are you excited and curious about how to use material design? You can download the Material Design UI Kit for XD using this link given here. Once you have downloaded and extracted the zip file and open the folder, and it contains two XD files, the light themed Material Design UI Kit and the dark themed Material Design UI Kit. Let's explore them. Let's see. And this is the light themed Material Design UI Kit. And you can see that it contains a getting started guide, the table of contents and material theme, and next the master icons sheet. And these are the default icons Material Design uses. And if you want additional icons, you can go to material.io/icons, download and use them. Next we have the Material Light theme, the baseline components, how different components are used in order to give a meaningful UI. And you can see the examples. Let me zoom in. Then we have the typography. Material Design by default uses Roboto font face. And next we have the color. It shows the color palette, the primary and secondary colors. And you can also see a color scheme as well. And here we have the shadows, different values and how they look when applied to different components. And you can refer to this when you add drop shadows. And then we have the states of components. And we say that a component is in a particular state. How it is when it's enabled, hovered, focused, pressed, dragged, selected, disabled and all. What we are actually interested in is this, the material components. And these are the essential building blocks we are going to use in order to create our UI. And let me show you how we can create the UI of a basic to-do list app using the components Material Design offers to us. And before that, let's once again go through these different components. Here we have the app bar, the backdrop, banners, bottom navigation, buttons, floating action buttons or flaps, cards, chips, outlined, dialogues, image lists, normal lists, menus, navigation drawers, progress indicators, selection controls, sheets, sliders, snack bars, text fields, outlined, and tooltips. And these are the components available to us in this Material Design UI kit. You can use them to create amazing UI. Now, let's make the to-do list app UI. And for that, let me copy this component, the standard app bar. And what we do is, we'll copy these components and use it according to our needs. Paste it here. Alright. Then we can add a button, a floating action button, in order to add items to our list. There. Let's rename it to-do list. And now we can add the list items. Let's take this one. And rename it item 1. And then item 2, we can uncheck that. And item 3. Now we have 3 items in our to-do list. Let's replicate this and remove the first item. All right. Now let's switch to the prototype tab. Interaction, trigger on drag, and action type transition. And we can see that in action. There. And that's the UI of a basic to-do list app using material design components. And once you start using these components, you will see how flexible and consistent it is. The documentation Material Design provides is actually a pretty good one. It consists of all the information you need to know about material design and gives you a good guidance on how to use them as well. Go ahead, explore, and try to create your own designs, your own UIs using material design. The great thing about material design is that it's known for its minimalism and its flawless user experience and how lightweight it is. And one thing, if you have noticed, these slides and the entire presentation is material themed. It is a material design template. So I hope you have enjoyed this and you have got a basic idea on how to use material design. And that's all. Thank you.